Rahul Gandhi,
Namaskar.
who's just finished a rally and is giving, I think, the first television interview of this election season. We can see Rahul at the back. The crowds have just finished and they've come right up to where you are. But great to have you with us. Rahul, let me just ask you as a starting point question that at this point now, we're just in the sort of final stage of this election. Where do you see things poised?
Well, what's pretty clear is that we're winning the election. We're doing better. If you look at all the numbers coming from the first four phases, BJP is now winning the election. So that's pretty clear.
Okay, yeah. You're saying it's as clear as that?
It's as clear as that. At least our data from the first four stages is showing that Mr. Narendra Modi and BJP are winning.
Okay, the reason why I asked you that is because there was some theory, some speculation as to whether you're fighting this election to win, or have you given up on 2019 and you're planning for the long term. You're building for the 2024.
Nothing for the long term. We're winning this election hands down.
Okay.
You'll see. We're going to win the election. And
so you're fighting.
It's positive.
Okay.
It's positive. So
you're fighting to win. You're not. This is not a long-term strategy of building the Congress party. None of that. You're
We're
fighting to
winning
win.
the election. Yeah.
Okay.
Narendra Modi is not going to be Prime Minister.
Okay.
Guaranteed.
Narendra Modi not going to be Prime Minister. All right.
Guaranteed.
One of the reasons why that
There's
question.
an upsurge. There's an upsurge in India against the type of government that has been run over the last 5 years, and there's a reason for it. Okay. There's massive unemployment. There's the double combination of GST and noteworthy, which has essentially crippled the Indian economy. You have massive farmer disenchantment, mass farmer suicides taking place, and the economic miracle that India was has just stumbled.
Okay.
So there is a feeling in India that this just isn't working, and that is sort of compounded.
One of the reasons why, though, Rahul, that question comes up about your chances of winnability and whether you're playing to win is because of some of the decisions you've taken. One of the decisions was to field Priyanka in Uttar Pradesh as a campaigner. And the worry there being that that is actually dividing the opposition vote. It may be good for the Congress, but it's actually helping the BJP.
A secular formation is going to win the election. There's no question of that. Whether it's the BSP, SP or the Congress, a secular formation is winning there.
Congress not dividing the opposition vote?
Congress, we've been, wherever we are, we don't have a strong candidate. We are giving help to the BSP and the SP. We are saying, okay, we are going to harm the BJP. Where we have solid candidates, we are fighting our space.
Okay, that's interesting. So where you don't have a strong candidate,
I've told my sister and I've told Jyotir that look, our primary aim in Uttar Pradesh is to defeat the BJP.
Okay.
So in places where we are not going to win the election, we are going to help the Gathbandhan. And the Gathbandhan and the Congress party are going to clean UP up.
Together?
Yeah.
But where you have a strong candidate, you don't think there the votes are going to get split?
Where we have a strong candidate, we think we're going to win.
Okay.
Yeah. So where we think we're going to win, obviously we're going to start fight for our space. Where we feel that our candidate is not sort of in the run, then we say, okay, we help the.
But Rahul, why is it then that both of you, I mean, at least you and Mayawati, the BSP, keep attacking each other? Again, Mayawati, I was yesterday at a rally. I was in Barabanki. Let me just finish. At Barabanki, I was at a rally. She spent 10 minutes attacking the Congress.
Well, obviously,
don't vote for the Congress.
Obviously, in the UP context, the Congress is a threat to Mayawati and Mulayam Singh ji.
Okay. But
as far as I am concerned, I am extremely respectful of Mayawati ji and Akhilesh Yadav ji.
Okay.
And I understand that there is a secular formation that is operating in UP, and it's going to crush the BJP. There's no question.
But you have taken pot shots at her. You said Mayawati and Akhilesh don't attack Narendra Modi. They're being controlled by the BJP. So.
Of course. I mean, of course, I have to construct my own space there, the Congress space over there.
Okay.
But we are sort of helping them along where we can.
But Rahul, it's still important to clarify because there's a rare chance that we're getting to speak to you. What exactly went wrong? Why did that alliance fail? Why couldn't you?
You have to ask the BSP and the SP. Let me answer. Yeah. They chose for strategic reasons to work together, and they felt that they didn't want to ally with the Congress. Okay. But our primary job is to defeat the BJP, and that's what we're working on. Now, my long-term position in Uttar Pradesh is very clear, and I've told Jyotir and my sister that we have to build the party in Uttar Pradesh, and that's the assembly elections. And in the short term here in the Lok Sabha, we have to fight for our space. We have to make sure that our space is defended because we are an ideology. We have to defend our ideology in UP. And wherever we feel that the fight is between the Gathbandhan and the BJP, we are going to help the Gathbandhan.
Okay. But not just in Uttar Pradesh, other alliances. Delhi, Arvind Kejriwal, upset.
Look,
says,
let's get this right.
says-
Let's get
says
this right. Let's get this right.
You are helping the BJP.
Let's get this right. Tamil Nadu, we have an alliance. Maharashtra, we have an alliance. Jharkhand, we have an alliance. Bihar, we have an alliance. Jammu Kashmir, we have an alliance. So, what is all this drama that the Congress is not having alliances? We had a clear commitment with Mr. Kejriwal. We were ready to do an alliance 4-3 with you. He agreed to that alliance up front, and then suddenly he brought Haryana and Punjab into the game.
Okay.
Right? So, that's not workable for us.
If you don't mind my asking, why not? I mean, if the bigger goal is
the
strategic,
the strategic reasons. We have a party in Haryana. A party. I have to take my party's view in Haryana. I can't just, I've gone against my party view in Delhi, and I can understand that there was a possibility of winning 7 seats in Delhi. Kejriwal ji, frankly, the AAP doesn't really add anything to us in Haryana.
So even if it meant forsaking the alliance in Delhi, you still felt
I was
You're
ready.
not ready to concede
I was in a
Haryana.
second. I was in a second ready to do an alliance in Delhi. In a second, my party was against it. I was like, listen, guys, I'm going to override you guys. I think these 7 seats are important, and I'm ready to do that. But frankly,
but
he
Haryana
wasn't.
and Punjab was the problem. You're saying that you didn't want to.
The
concede
problem
that.
was that Mr. Kejriwal was shifting goalposts.
Okay. On Narendra Modi, you said he's going to lose. You start off with this Chaukidar Chor slogan almost every rally you begin with.
No,
But is
I just say Chaukidar.
You say Chaukidar, the crowd responds. But do you think, Rahul, that is turning out to be effective, given that he is riding this, this high of nationalism, Balakot, the surgical strikes, now this entire Masood Azhar business has happened. Do you think that targeting him?
Look, we do this in
backfires?
numbers, okay? We do it in numbers.
Okay.
And we do our polling.
Okay.
When we started, less than 20% thought that Rafale was an issue. Okay? That there's some hanky-panky that took place in Rafale. Our numbers are showing close to 67% people in India today believe that Rafale was a scam.
Okay.
So it's pretty clear that Mr. Narendra Modi's issue, Mr. Narendra Modi being a honest politician fighting corruption, that has been shattered.
67%.
Yes, that's our numbers. Okay, that it's pretty clear that the idea that Mr. Narendra Modi is a crusader against corruption has been destroyed, and the Congress party has actually been responsible for bringing to the front the idea that the gentleman, Mr. Narendra Modi, is actually corrupt and helping the corrupt.
But Rahul, while it may work at the level of a slogan, an election slogan, the BJP argues, where is the concrete proof of corruption? Where is proof that money has actually changed hands?
Over 100 million euros paid to Mr. Anil Ambani by the French government on taxes 2 days after the Rafale contract is signed. Land over here in Maharashtra where Mr. Anil Ambani was given a couple 100 crores. Number one. Number two, Hindu newspaper, the defense ministry officials saying that the Prime Minister is negotiating the Rafale contract. Why is the Prime Minister negotiating? Let me finish.
Yeah.
Why is the Prime Minister negotiating the Rafale contract? Why are defense ministry officials saying that the Prime Minister of India is directly negotiating? I think the exact words were parallel negotiation. Why is the Prime Minister of India doing a parallel negotiation?
The Prime Minister's office, I think it said, the PMO.
Oh, you mean the PMO runs without the PM?
No, I was just paraphrasing what the article was saying.
PMO means PM, no? Or
Right.
does the PMO mean someone else?
But even if all that were to be true, Rahul, the point is still, how does that establish corruption or quid pro quo? Let's say that he was getting involved in the negotiations and all of that.
Let's do a JPC, no? Let's do a JPC.
Okay.
Corruption will be established. Has any inquiry taken place? Let's take an inquiry. I am saying, and the rest of the country is saying, that Mr. Narendra Modi has given Mr. Anil Ambani a contract. Mr. Anil Ambani has no basis for being able to deliver that contract. He's 45,000 crores in debt. He's almost gone to jail. He's been kept out of jail by his brother. What conditions is he in to deliver such a contract? On what basis have you given this contract to this man? Right. 1 second. There's the HAL, which has been doing this for 70 years. They've built aircraft.
Right.
So why have you snatched the aircraft from the contract from this the HAL? Second, why is the French president of all people saying that Mr. Narendra Modi said that the contract must go to Anil Ambani? I mean, why?
Okay, but the problem with this is that when you make these allegations, there are also on occasion where you might have to roll back, like with the Supreme Court, with what happened.
There is no rollback.
The expression of
no. There is no rollback taking place anywhere. I attributed something to the Supreme Court, and that is where I have applied an apology. There is absolutely no apology to Mr. Modi or anybody else. Chaukidar chor hai, if you want to hear it again.
It's the attribution for which you
I made a mistake in a conversation like this, in the heat of the moment. I made a mistake, genuine mistake, where I said the Supreme Court has said this, and that is not part of the Supreme Court process yet. So I put words in the mouth of the Supreme Court, and frankly that I was wrong, so I apologize. But I am not apologizing in the least for the slogan Chaukidar Chor hai and for saying that the Prime Minister has stolen money and given it to Mr. Anil Ambani. No way.
But coming back to my original question, that you're accusing somebody of corruption in a defense deal who at the moment, as I said, is projecting himself and his government as actually being tough with Pakistan, with terrorism, saying the Congress is wimping out, no surgical strikes happen.
I'm talking to someone who came to power saying, I will deliver you 2 crore jobs a year. I will give farmers right prices. I will give them karza maafi. I will give 15 lakh rupees in every bank account. He made a slew of promises.
Right.
The Prime Minister cannot stand on a stage today and say any of those things. We have basically dismantled the Prime Minister of India. The Prime Minister cannot say I'm not corrupt. The Prime Minister, I mean, imagine, the Prime Minister is calling himself and his whole cabinet Chaukidars. And the cabinet is saying to him, sorry, we don't want to be part of it. On their Twitter accounts, they're hesitating to put their thing. They're like, oh, he's the thief. Why should we?
They won't put it though. I mean,
yeah, of course, because he's told them to put it, right? He's forced them to put it. But initially it was like, wait a minute, we are not the thieves here.
Okay, but you're saying that he's not able to.
Mr. Parikar,
yes.
Mr. Parikar clearly said that I know nothing about this deal. That's the defense minister saying that he doesn't know anything about the biggest defense deal in the world. Tells you something.
But
he was sending a signal.
Okay, but Rahul, you're saying that the Prime Minister is no longer able to talk about jobs and so on. Fair enough. But don't you believe that the narrative that he is going to the people with is also working for him?
No,
whether it's to do with Pakistan, whether it's to do with Balakot, surgical strikes.
We work off numbers. The primary issues in the Indian election: jobs. Okay. That's the issue. Economy and jobs. Those are the issues. And that's what the election is being fought on. And it's a pity that the Prime Minister can't talk about these things. I understand that we've been efficient.
Yes.
I understand that he can't talk about jobs, he can't talk about farmers, he can't talk about 15 lakh because we are talking about giving 3,60,000 a year to crores of people.
Right.
So I understand that we've boxed him in and he's completely trapped. But the Prime Minister should have at least the capacity to tell the people what his vision for the country is. He should be able to stand on that stage and say, listen, here is how I will get you the millions of jobs that we need. Here is how I will work on resolving the farmers' question. On those things, he's bankrupt. So, as far as I can see,
yes.
There's not much coming back from the Prime Minister. He's in a mode of distraction. And this election is not going to be based on distraction. India is not going to get distracted.
Literally 2 more questions I wanted to ask you. One question was on Priyanka pulling out of Varanasi. Why was that?
It was a decision that we had made. I told you the decision's been made already, and it was a decision that was made long before. Priyanka was not going to fight from Varanasi.
That was always clear.
That was clear to me.
Giving that impression.
I didn't give any impression. I said I will. I didn't give any impression. I said I will hold you in suspense, and that is what we did.
And on being Prime Minister, some coalition leaders have endorsed you.
It is. Listen, it's like this. It's like this. It's like this.
Are you interested?
It is.
If it happens.
It is not my place to be making comments about what are the wishes of the people of India. It's not my place. Okay. The people of India will decide these things. When the people of India make their decision, I will listen to whatever their decision.
But would you like to be?
It is up to the people of this country.
You don't.
It's not my place.
Okay.
It is not my place to say, I want to be Prime Minister, I don't want to be Prime Minister. It is a decision of the people of India, and I respect the people of India. Now, one second. My philosophy is very different. I don't stand on a stage and say, "Mere aane se pehle hathi so raha tha." I have 100% faith in the wisdom of the people of this country. I believe in the wisdom of the people of this country. And whatever the people choose, I'm subservient to that. Thank you very much.
One strong point of the Congress, one weak point of the Congress. That's all. One, if you were to identify one strength of the Congress.
Chokidar.
If you were to identify one strength of the Congress and one weakness, what would that be?
We listen to people. When we built our manifesto, we spoke to lakhs and lakhs of people. We have an open mind.
That's a strength.
And we respect all different opinions.
And weakness?
Weakness is we can be very disorganized.
Disorganized. Okay,
Thank
that's
you.
honest. Rahul Gandhi,
Thank
thanks
you.
very much indeed.